What's up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and I'm back at you with another video. Listen, this is your Sunday Motivator, and man, I am pumped for the market to open tomorrow, man. We got a lot going on, and I got a lot of good information in this video. I need you guys hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and then go into the description, get spun up on one of the social media platforms so you can get the real-time alerts that are making people money, dropping that knowledge, and cultivating that shared learning environment that we call the Market Coalition. Now, if that sounds good, I need you to come along with us in this journey, and if you're ready, follow me and let's go to war together, team. Traders War Room wants to remind the viewer that all content on this channel is for entertainment and education purposes only. You are responsible for every move you make in the stock market. Have fun and tread cautiously, but be patient and go to war. All right, the market did its thing over the weekend. This is the Sunday Motivator Buzz Report, so let's see what happened over the weekend. Give us an idea and a glimpse into what this week might talk about, so let's get it. First, let's start out with some IPOs coming into this week, all right? There's 21 total, a lot of IPOs, man. We're seeing a lot of things pop and lock, and you know how I feel about IPOs. They're very risky. If you can find a good deal and get in low, ride it up high, then so be it. However, be very cautious. But one of these that I really like, and it's because it has the fat boy in me excited, is Krispy Kreme, all right? Krispy Kreme donuts, man, IPOing. I am excited for that. I don't know why. And just because I love their donuts, I'll probably get in if I can get a good price. So the big news in the headline, Wall Street Bets is dying. Long live Wall Street Bets movement. Listen, the retail investor is here to stay, okay? We're not seasoned. We're not trained like the big Wall Street heads. A lot of the retail investors don't have the 20, 30, 40 years in the stock market, but they got spun up very quickly. They had nothing to do except research, hop on Google, get invested, learn their strategy, learn their trade, and the retail investors have came a long way very quickly, okay? I think this is just a cool-off period. I think the retail investor is spun up, they're educated, and they want in on what the Wall Street people have been doing for years, okay? So are they dying? No. Cooling off? Yes. Next thing, we go into mortgage rate jumped 3% for the first time since April. Listen, everyone is freaking out about this inflation and mortgage rate. The market right now in the housing market is a seller's market, okay? People can't buy enough houses because they're just not available. Everyone's looking for a house and there's not enough. And pretty much people selling houses can get whatever they want because people want those fixed mortgage rates because they're afraid of the inflation. So definitely pay attention to real estate. We need to pay attention to the housing market, and we need to pay attention to the federal government and this infrastructure bill plan that's coming out here soon. So check the description. All that stuff is there for the links so that you can spin up and get your research on. Now, those are the headlines. Let's look to see how those react with some of the stock picks in this week. And since we're talking about Wall Street bets and the death of the retail investor, here's the hottest stocks that are trending right now. Definitely keep these on your radar, see how they do this week, and get spun up. Hit the ticker, do some research, and get your DD on. Past 5 days, these are the best performing industries. Look at that: textile and apparel, oil and gas, miscellaneous, educational, coal, construction materials. Listen, things are booming. People are starting to build things. They're going back to work. Things are moving and shaking. Pay attention to what industries and what sectors are doing what to see how the rotation of the money, where the big money, that's the important money. We want to follow the money, right? See where the money's being flowed to and which indexes and sectors are doing well. And finally, since big news was talking about real estate, I got some real estate options, man. We're always trying to give you guys the best information at Traders War Rooms to make you guys as informed as possible. Spin yourself up on the real estate operations. Look at some of these tickers, see what they're doing, and definitely pay attention to where that money is flowing and how that is working within the stock market and making the shift in the market where the money's flowing. And here's the most anticipated earnings for next week. I got the ones that got my eyes circled in yellow. Definitely, you know how I like to play earnings. I like to buy the rumor, sell the news. but some of these I'm expecting to do fairly well. McCormick is one of those, and the reason why I say it's going to do well is because think of this, okay? Every time you go in the grocery store, right, and you buy some things, how packed is the spice aisle and the baking aisle and things of that nature compared to all the other ones? Man, people have been cooking and learning to cook, and it takes spice, it takes seasoning, all those things. I think McCormick kills earnings, and I think they're going to do fairly well. And also H&M, they did a lot of good stuff in regards to going e-commerce. And so I think H&M is going to do fairly well. I think the retail sector, we've seen some definite moves and shakes and some disruption in it. And I think it's time for a rebound. So I think they're going to do fairly well. I think they're going to surprise some people with their earnings because they did so good with their e-commerce. And I think we're going to see them increase. So that's it for the earnings. Definitely pay attention, see what you like and what you don't like. And like I said, man, my idea on earnings is I like to buy the rumor and sell the news. And then if it drops because of after the news, I like to pick up on the low and ride it back up to the peak. So definitely pay attention, spin yourself up. And in the description is the link to Earning Whispers so you can stay spun up on all the earnings news and information that they push out. All right, and I charted out McCormick for you. I want to give you guys a little insight on how I chart things out, okay? I got my bottom level support, I got my top level resistance, and I got my lines of effort in between, all right? The purple zone, that's where my anticipated strike mark is going to be at. That's where I'm hoping to make my money. Now, we're looking at historically, I like to get the satellite view. We're noticing that, we see earnings, it typically spikes up on earnings, okay? And that's what I'm hoping it's doing. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back a little bit before the spike up, but I'm anticipating it's going to get into that purple zone sometime this coming week, and that's where I'm going to make my money, and I'm going to sell my position and hopefully in a profit. So if you're not doing your charts and you're not looking at stocks this way, you guys need to do this, okay? You need to get the chart out. You need to put some lines on there. You need to start drawing some patterns and looking at TA and coupled with the indicators that are on the bottom, the MACD, the RSI, the money flow. You need to take all this information, make an informed decision, and then strike hard, strike fast, and attack, destroy, and conquer. All right, so let's get into the review on the alerts. Remember, every week we push out alerts in the Discord. The description link is in the description of the YouTube video, so check it out. But we're tracking these things. We're showing real statistics on the alerts we push out at the time of the alert, when we exit, and how much money we make, profit or loss. So let's look at what we did this past week. All right, I worked real hard trying to make this to be something smooth and transparent and easy to read. Listen, constantly improving my foxhole from the TWR standpoint. My team of moderators and admin, man, we're out there putting work in, okay? So you're looking at it. In the center, you see a color code. It translates to the legend down at the bottom, and you also see some statistics down at the bottom that tells you how many trades we got in, what type of trades, and the money that we made and lost. And we're gonna break down the legend real quick so you fully understand what you're looking at when you're looking at this. Now let's break down the legend, okay? This correlates to the strategy, and that was that color point that you saw in the middle of the main chart. And what we're talking about here is the codes that we're using: scalp, SC, day trade, DT. And on the side, for the little bit of the people that are beginners, we got a description. So it gives you an idea. When we push the alert out, if we say, hey, buy this at this price, this is a day scalp, okay? You're knowing that the color associated with that is gonna be quick in and out, man. You're not in there for long term, and if you don't have time that you can watch it and make your money very fast, you shouldn't be doing that. Now, we're also talking about positions. Those are things like, for me, Disney, Tesla, Apple. These are things that I plan on holding for longer than a year, maybe like a year, 3 years, 5 years. So definitely pay attention to the legend. It color codes it, so it makes it real easy and gives you an idea of what we're talking about when we push out the alerts. Now the trading stats, this is telling you how many trades we made. All right, this past week we made 36 trades. 23 of them were stocks, 13 were options. We had 24 wins, 12 losses with a 67% win rate. Now, I do want to highlight that some of the losses, they're current losses now, but we're still in them, all right? So they may end up coming out in profit later on this week. We anticipate that, but we want to be transparent, and we're putting them on there because that's how we roll. So I want you guys to pay attention to this, but this is not the big winner one when you're thinking about profit and loss. That's the next chart that we're going to go over next. Now, when we're talking about stocks, ultimately we want to make money, right? So thinking with this and assuming that if you bought one share or one contract at the alert price, this is what we're talking about, okay? I can't tell if you guys are getting 5 shares or 10 contracts or whatever. So we break it down to just the one share or one contract at the alert price when we entered and when we exit. And the end result gets this. The total money you spent was $1,999.42. The total amount you made was $2,054.70. Total profit and loss for this week was plus $135.28. But this is where you need to pay attention. 395% gain percentage, okay? Now, you're looking at this $135, that's nothing. Well, again, remember, we're only going off of one share or one contract. So say like ALF, that went from $5 all the way up to $20, right? If you would have bought 100 shares of ALF at $5, just imagine your percentage that you would have had, your profit from that, okay? Just that alone. We can't tell what you guys are getting into, but we can break it down to the bare minimum, which is one share or one contract. But the percentage of gains that we got at the end of the week was 395%. And that is a significant increase. That's money in the bank, and that's doing the dang thing. And TWR is making moves like a boss on the low. So I want you guys to keep with that. We're doing good things, and we're keeping it transparent, and we're putting them out in real time. And here's a little snippet of the alerts that we push out on Discord. Man, we're not just telling you guys to get in and get out, man. We're not giving you guys fish. We're trying to teach you to fish so that you can fish yourselves. Man, we're pushing info, watch list, charts out there, good ideas, semiconductors, trending, when we're getting in, when we're getting out, profits from the last thing, and news. Truly what it boils down to is we are wanting to create that shared learning. We're cultivating that environment of trust, and we want to give you guys solid results, great information, and make you guys better traders. The idea I tell you guys all the time is to be better prepared today than we were yesterday, and we are doing that in spades. You need to get on the Discord. It's in the description. Come along with us on this journey, make your money, and also expand your knowledge of stock market and investing and trading strategies. All right, now I want to talk about and reiterate the things that I think that are about to go boom. And we talked about this before last week, but I'm hitting this up because we're starting to get to July, and then July is going to turn into August, and some of these catalysts are going to start coming. You're going to see some movement. I want you guys on the train, making it to Profitsville while other people are sitting back at the station. Now, I can't do the work for you, but I've given you guys the blueprint, man. Take a look at all these things. This is why the things are going to go boom. These are companies that are developing CNS disorder treatments. I know you guys have heard about the Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease is in there as well, but the CNS treatments are big dollar movements, okay? A lot of this Operation Warp Speed that had failed COVID-19 attempts, the research didn't go away, okay? The research is being used and developed for other things. These are the stocks that are frontlining and moving along with that type of movement and catalyst, okay? Pay attention, do your research, get some DD, check these stocks out, and make sure you make your money with these and as they're moving along. This is our regular watch list. As you see, we got our main watch list. These are some of the ones that were movers and shakers towards the end of the market, and we even alerted one of them, RSLS. That's on our main eye because we alerted it in after hours, and we want to see how this thing rolls next week. But we got the back burners. Listen, we've seen some of these ones move and shake, or they've decreased in content, but we still think that they're good ones, so we got them on an eye. And I put in a couple of those IPOs that got my attention, especially those donut ones. You guys know I love those Krispy Kremes. I told you guys about that, but a couple of those IPOs definitely have our attention as well. And if we can get in at a good price and get out at a decent price that's higher than what we got in at, hey, that's money in the bank, and that's always a good day. All right, and we're going to wrap this video up with our questions from the front line. We got Teresa from the Discord. She asked a great question, and it's a little lengthy of an explanation, but I did some charts and things of that nature, so I'm going to put it all out here so that you guys, if you have a question or some of the new people, you can share this information because it was a great question, and I wanted to answer it fully. So let's get at it. So Teresa asks, hi Chuck, how do you use the index signals to form a trade? I see that they don't normally come in often. Can you tell me how they work, specifically triple Q, IWM, SPY. I trade those often and want to get sharper entries. And I told you guys the great question. It's kind of lengthy, but I got all my research that when I sent it to her directly, I'm copying and pasting it here because I want you guys to understand it. And you can pause and read it and get kind of into the mindset and use it to research on your own. So let's get at the answer. So when we're looking at these, right, we're talking about SPY and Q. We're wondering what's making these moves, right? What juggernaut stocks that are in these, the Apple, the Tesla, the Microsoft, what stocks are making it move up or down, right? And once we understand that, what's happening in the environment? Is there a Biden administration speech going on? Jay Powell talking? Because we know that usually tanks the thing. Is there some sort of catalyst outside of these individual stocks that we're talking about within, the infrastructure bill being signed, something of that nature? Then we're going to have an understanding of what's going on, right? And then we want to look at charts, okay? Part of this is looking at charts. We need to look at charts, and we want as big of a perspective as we can. And I'm an Army guy, so I look at we want satellite image, wide view. We're talking years, right? Then we want a plane image, right? We're talking, months. We want a drone image. We're talking weeks. Then we want some binoculars. We're looking at days. And then we want the reading glasses. We're looking at our minute charts and things of that nature. And then we draw in our lines, okay? And if we see patterns, that's where the technical analysis comes in. We see patterns coming in that'll give us an indication on looking for breakouts and things of that nature. And so when we're looking for confirmation, these are the kind of things I'm looking at. I'm looking at money flow, RSI, the volume. Those are key indicators that I want to see along with patterns. And I circled a couple of patterns that are my favorite ones. I like falling wedges. I like bullish pennants. I like the triangles and things of that nature. And these are the ones that I'm looking for throughout. And if I see a pattern repeating itself, I'm looking in and digging in. Remember, we're talking that satellite image way far out, all the way down to the reading glasses image way close. And if we can see the patterns repeating themselves, it may give us an indicator of what's to come. And we can look at certain levels to see if it's going to jump a certain level or make an idea, a probability. If it were to jump, it would jump this much based off of this. And then I kind of showed her the candlesticks right here. These are the candlestick patterns I'm looking at. You got the bearish ones on the left and the bullish ones on the right. And I pay attention to these because if these are the candlesticks that are forming in patterns, and I'm looking at the chart and the volume, and I'm looking at all these indicators, things, and I'm making an informed decision. And you know what? I'm going to pounce. And I'm going to pounce quick. I'm going to pounce hard. And I'm definitely going to pay attention to my stop loss, especially if I'm going in deep. But these are the indicators that I'm looking at when I'm looking to make the trades specifically on indexes. So I hope that helped anyone out that ever had a question. Definitely, if you need to pause and rewind and go look at that stuff, please do research on your own because I'm not an expert. I'm not a SME of any means. I just know what works for me and my mentality and my trading style. You need to develop your own, but I hope that helped you out. And Teresa, thank you for asking the question. You definitely got it out there for other people and you're a stud. So appreciate it. Good shout out and keep them coming. Drop me a comment, hit me up on the social media platforms. If you got a question, ask it. I'll answer it the best I can. Let's go to war, y'all. All right, and that's it for the video, man. Again, thank you guys for bearing with us while we're moving, man. You probably hear the echo. I got nothing in my house, man. Nothing in my house, so all my equipment, everything is gone. It's echoing all over the place. I'm bored as hell, so all I'm doing is looking at stocks and things of that nature. And so I can't wait to get to my new house, in my new studio, and put out the great content for you guys so that we can evolve together. Remember here at Traders War Room, we look at the stock market like it's a war zone, right? The stocks and the sectors, those are our battles, then we're doing it together as a team, right? We are attacking, conquering, and destroying the stock market. There's a bull market somewhere. We're going to find it. And if we can't find a bull market, we're going to put puts on it, man. And we're going to make money going up. We're going to make money going down. And we're going to do it together as a team. Now, if that sounds good, check the description out. Get on a social media platform. Hit up the alerts. Make that money. Come along with us on this journey. And if you're ready, follow me and let's go to war together, team.